Hello, and welcome to Movie or Something, a guided tour through the high points of film history. My name is Shintaro Koda, and today I want to talk about genre. Genre films are responsible for shaping much of the iconography with which the medium of movies is identified. While there may be some debate surrounding many genre firsts, it seems like everyone is in agreement when it comes to naming the very first gay fantasy horror epic, The Belly Button film, from 1965. Produced by Lost in Light Productions, The Belly Button film remains an astonishing work to this day, never once flagging in its potential to frighten. The deliberate choice to deny the audience access to the faces of the performers serves to demonstrate the innate fear of the unknown. Certainly there are hypotheses that suggest that within the canon of the film, the characters are without heads and are in fact decapitated phantasms. Very briefly, though, we are shown the shadow of what we might be quick to assume is a head, but because the film exists in such an unreal plane, such assumptions feel unearned. It is this exact disregard for conventional notions that makes the movie so scary. For example, take this midpoint confrontation. It operates on the assumption that the two belly buttons are coming from opposite directions, and therefore have acknowledged each other's presence. Yet, when this confrontation finally takes place, the wordless moment of recognition that cuts to the reveal of the belly button going in the exact opposite direction suggests that the main character has witnessed something unfamiliar that has shaken him and forced him to retreat. Given the sensual framing of the female physique, it is abundantly clear that the confrontation comes loaded with heaps of erotic tension which the main character is unequipped to handle. It says a great deal, then, that the final third is spent indulging in domestic fantasy, done with the same attention to detail that a child might go about playing house, a construction of domesticity which illustrates its performative character. It hardly seems like reckless extrapolation, then, when we say that the ritualistic domestic behavior demonstrates the assumption and corresponding subversion of the trope of the feminized homemaker. The elements the main character acquires are all a sort of covertly hidden treasure, linking the perversion of the male hunter archetype to sublimated domestic homosexual fantasy. Even the calculated nature of the main character's movements has a studied rhythm. And what are we to make of the main character's impotent struggle with paper shears? Perhaps this is a foregoing of violent male tendencies, or a symbol of the main character's lack of comprehension pertaining to same-sex female relationships. The team at Lost in Light imbued this seminal work with a great dearth of queer subtext, and this is perhaps no more evident than in the penultimate shot. Pearly white liquid drips from the spoonful of cereal and embeds itself in the main character's hair, and finally reaches the artificial orifice that gives the film its name. In the final shot, what would be seen as commonplace in most other cinematic works suddenly becomes the ultimate twist in the Belly Button film. We see, finally, the face of the body double of the main actor, eating cereal from his belly button. He acknowledges the camera, and we are suddenly confronted with our own shameful voyeurism and menace towards the human form. The Belly Button film reminds us, like all great works of horror, that the scariest monster is us. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please forget to subscribe.